And for me, it is anyway, buddy. And if I have my druthers, I'm going to wake up as many people to protect their pocketbooks as possible. And that doesn't mean I want their money. That means that your grifting ass should never get another dime. You're a big boy, Chris. Those were your words. I'm a big boy. I take care of me. Well, then how about you start with by pulling up your big boy pants and start taking care of your own lawfare? Yeah? How about that? All righty. Let's go. Man, oh man, you guys are talking a lot. Targeted patent, this is your that's it, man. You gotta do what? What do you gotta do, man? You gotta use your inside voice. You fucking retard. Every time you see a car with only one headlight, you think the world's following you. Dude,
Now, I have to interrupt here because at the beginning of this stream, he specifically said, he told his moderators, you know, not to time anybody out. If they capitalize, you can capitalize your chats if you're asking a question. Capitalize your chats if you're asking a question. That's the only reason I capitalized my chat, is because I asked a simple question. Just a real simple question. No attack, nothing like that. This is the very first and only thing I said in the chat. And I said to him, I said, have you ever been trained in psychological operations? I know that's something the military has utilized more than any other weapon nowadays. That's all I said. That's it. That is all that I said. Okay? And when he got to that question, okay, this is what he did.
tried really hard to listen. Use your inside voice. You fucking retard. Every time you see a car with only one headlight, you think the world's following you. Dude, I tried really hard to listen to your bullshit stories and not call you a fucking wackadoo, but you're a fucking wackadoo. And I heard how your little cunt asked, well, why we're following him and I made this video and blah, 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 blah with all my viewers. I'm the only one that I'm the one that commented on your video
No, you're not.
because I'm one of the few people that actually tried to support your wacky ass
No,
because you know what?
no, you didn't. Not
Just
at,
like
not
just
at
like
all.
everyone else that makes a mistake, I
How exactly did you try to support me, GS? I'm curious about that because I must have missed that part. I didn't see any part whatsoever. Have you ever tried to support me at all? You just tried to ridicule me. That's the only thing I saw.
figured why not? Let me try to support this man. Let me try to be a life preserver
Try.
for this sinking man.
But
Dude, you flounder, man.
you notice he did not post my question. He would not post my question. That's what I want to point out here. It's just a simple, harmless question. Is if he was ever trained in psychological operations.
I'm not chucking you a life preserver anymore, buddy. You sink or swim under your own power, bud.
how is how is anything you could do throwing me a life preserver, GS? I'm not sinking. I promise you that. I'm not sinking at all. As a matter of fact, I'm getting a lot of attention by what I'm pointing out with like with this question here. And if you notice here on the bottom right corner, you see that I've been placed on timeout by the owner of this video or moderator. Okay? So, who do you think put me on timeout? Do you think one of his moderators did it? If they did, then they were told ahead of time to time me out for what? All I did was ask a question. I didn't use any offensive language. I didn't say any names. I didn't call anybody anything. I just asked a simple fucking question.
I gotta let my dog out here in a second. So I'm gonna play this crazy ass video. And you
I wonder what the crazy ass video is. I'm sure. I have no idea.
guys are gonna see what a psychopath looks like. What's up, buddy? You gotta go potty? Hold on.
I want to see what it's
Walter
like.
says being in the service does not mean you are a good person. Absolutely. It does mean you raised your hand and pledged an oath to the Constitution. That oath never expires. Most honor that oath, some don't. I agree.
Notice that most all the comments that he shows, they have a wrench. Okay? Take notice of that. He said at the beginning of this stream, I shit you not. He said he specifically not to time anybody out if they use capital letters if it's a question. He said that.
does not mean. What's up, Emma Payne? Good to see you. Let's see, Vegas Vips. Sorry, I want to let you know that I do apologize. I haven't read your comment yet. You could be absolutely destroying me right now and
He read the comment already, and he's gonna play dumb here. Listen to how he plays dumb.
castigating me. In the beginning of the video, in my mind, and like I emailed you, in my mind, tomorrow meant Thursday. I had Bible study at 10 o'clock on Wednesdays. I always do Wednesdays and Saturdays at 10 o'clock. And I was trying to figure out why Dove was bringing up the community message that you posted. And then she said it disappeared. So I thought you canceled it. I'm like, oh, you canceled it. I didn't realize tomorrow was Wednesday. So I do owe you an apology. I think that was unprofessional on my part.
Unprofessional? No, not GS. GS could never be unprofessional.
I would like to try to make it up for you. And maybe I got a little, what's the word? Maybe I got a little confused with your message because it sounded
Confused? No, not GS. GS could never get confused.
to me like you were going to stay and be like a moderator and you're going to bring a bunch of people up to debate me. And frankly, I tried to have For Public Safety up on my channel. He couldn't act right. Rogue does.
He acted just fine. You just kept talking over him over and over again. Anytime he tried to say anything, you would talk over him and then blame him for interrupting you.
Doesn't agree with me. Henry doesn't necessarily agree with me, but they were still able to hold their manners, and I'm the one called the loose cannon.
And I didn't agree with you. And what happened with me? I ask a simple question, and I get timed out. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's hilarious. It shows your true colors, GS. You show your true colors, my friend.
It's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
So anyone who is coming at him with, oh, he's stolen valor, clearly is wrong. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. He has honor. Thank you. Military service. He has worked with the federal government too.
Interesting, isn't it?
Have in the military. I don't understand. I don't have any other military
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand where you're coming at. I have to play dumb and act confused now.
government contract that I'm aware of. If so, then please let me know because I'm expecting a paycheck.
I don't have anyone that I'm aware of. Now, you see how he can say that and get away with it if it's a lie? If it's a lie, if he has a government contract but it's protected under under classification of national security, okay, because that's what it would be if he is a paid troll. It would be under the guise of national security, and he wouldn't be allowed to disclose that. He could say that right there, and still in his own mind, like like twist it around to think that he's not lying because he's like, I don't have anything that I'm aware of. I don't know.
Giggles. At Paul Monroe. He doesn't film those giant dildos chasing him either, but he swears up and down that
That's a member at least.
Giggles. We're gonna have some fun, I think. Up and down that they were the ones chasing him, unless he is hallucinating again.
So the comments, you see, they're either a moderator or they're a member.
And I'm not trying to dunk on the dude if he's got like legit mental things, but the way he's talking shit about me after he was talking me up, I don't need people like that in my orbit at all. Let me get this super chat here.
Doesn't
oh,
help
Amethyst, $10 says
doesn't help your narrative, does it?
Wrangler did serve. Yep. You don't receive benefits if you didn't. At Generally Specific has served. Yep. Stop denigrating others because they dared to do what you can never do. And
Wrangler did serve, huh? Wow, for real? Really? So you really? I'm not even gonna say anything there. That's ridiculous.
thing I don't understand is why another vet would ever shit on another vet, especially after they say
Exactly.
I got your six. I don't need disloyalty like that anywhere near my orbit. Seriously, dude. I guess I got to read it, right? Does it hurt
Oh, you got to read the Angry Vets, right? You won't read my question now.
your son's butt when you spew all that gay hate you got kicked out of the church for? Got it. Okay. I don't know. Why don't you ask my son?
That's funny.
Seemed like you have a better relationship with him than I do.
That's funny. So,
All right.
so wait, I don't understand. he won't show my question. What the fuck did I do to the guy? He won't show my question. All I did was showed his actions, his words, pointed a few things out, and I'm a crazy person, right? I'm crazy.
Let me scroll down. All right. So, oh my goodness.
I'm a
All
wackadoo.
right. Trixie says my brother was 82nd Airborne Army, 1988 to 1990 and 91. I think he did 2 tours in the giant litter box. Yes, unfortunately, well, I was on my way home from Korea. I was on a mandatory hardship leave from Korea. So I missed deploying the unit that I was supposed to be gaining. I think it was 7th Cav or 9th Cav out of Fort Lewis. But because I was on mandatory hardship leave because I just did a hardship tour in Korea, I missed deploying with them, which I'm kind of glad.
All
And
right,
I
I
ended
want to
up
see
being
this.
a combat support company, second and first infantry, sporting the Ranger.
Blah blah blah. Keep talking about your military service. I want to see this video of this crazy person. Where's this video at? Blah 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 blah. About 15 minutes later. Oh, okay. Tyrants beware. Cause I'm still on timeout.
So I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. But I'm going to listen on my phone as I let my dog out, and this should be
And
interesting. I'm going to mute.
you know what's interesting is he said, I'm going to show you this video of somebody who's crazy, right, or psychopath. I think is what he said, something like that. Now I want to point out this is something that they like to use as their narrative. They like to paint people as crazy, right? People that they want to chill the speech or they want to silence any certain narrative. They just call them crazy.
My mic and
So let's see if this person's crazy. Let's see how crazy this video is. He's still talking.
yes, enjoy the Spurg out, guys. Resisting saying his actual name. I have no real intention of saying his name anymore. I'm gonna hold on. Let me make sure I can listen to this right from the get go on my phone. I need a good laugh today, guys.
Tyrants Beware is his
Let,
name.
let me real this guy he thinks he's a real boy. We've been hanging out. It's gonna bite you.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to Tyrants Beware.
He won't show my video. He will not show my video about him.
I am TB, and we're gonna get that out of the way because I really don't care. I'm not even gonna care about hitting the intro. Generally specific. You wanna know why you're a loose fucking cannon? Well, I'm gonna tell you in this video. So, last night, Generally Specific went live, and what did he have in his background? Evidence in a fucking case. JJ wanted you to take a picture of that, probably to get a fucking change of venue. But guess what? I don't think it's going to work. He probably also did it to try to get you to be convinced that Chris is fucking guilty. But unfortunately, I have the proof that Wrangler is fucking guilty. I gave Chris that information. You just gave us the last piece of that puzzle, and we're going to go over it today. So make sure you keep your ears clean of the wax, and you might want to pay fucking attention, because you really fucked up. So let's go with the first evidence. So, GS, as you can see, this is the infamous letter. Time and date stamped, when it was sent out and when you sent it to Nikki.
I also want to point something out. The GS said previously he tried to claim that he saw the letter, he saw the email, he saw the letter, and he didn't know if it was real or not. Okay, he said this. I just want to point this out. He said this that he didn't know if it was real or not, so he didn't know if he could support Chris. Later on, he changed his story and tried to claim that he didn't open the attachment because he didn't recognize the sender, so he didn't open the attachment. He lied. That's a lie. You see? See what a lie is? He lied and tried to change the story to make himself look innocent. Like he got this email, yeah, yeah, but he didn't open the attachment. Wait, what do you mean you didn't open the attachment? I thought you said that you didn't know if you could support him because you saw the letter and didn't know if you could support him. So what are you talking about, GS? What is the truth here? That sounds like a lie to me, buddy.
3 days. Almost.
And don't you harp on, I do not lie. I shall, I will not tell a lie. I shall never tell a lie. I am GS. I do not lie.
To the time. Now, why is that important? Well, let's go to the picture. Now, at the top of the picture, you will see a black line. Do you know what that black line means? That means it's not the original copy.
It's a scan.
Now, what is on the top of this paper? See the black line? It's not the original copy. But don't worry, we know where the copy came from, and we know who made the fake document. That's what I'm going to show you next.
People today, just in videos alone, who have just been bashed and trashed and their name running around, false accusations, just completely just railroaded. The first one is Miss Georgetta Garcia. I have.
All right. So I am back. 1 second. So this is going to get interesting. So let's back it up a wee bit, shall we?
Is he having a seizure again?
So what does Genius have to say while he's putting up my email address there? And
Yep.
I saw that Tuberculosis had a memo saying, nice try.
GS has given out his email address countless times.
He has to go to middle school to try to find dates. I want to pin that so bad.
But I thought you were so professional, GS. I thought you were just professional, and that's not very professional.
So this asshat claims that I tried to privacy. This guy claims that I tried to privacy strike because of this. Do you know how many times I've openly advertised my email?
Yeah.
Notice how he blocked out Nikki's, but he didn't block mine out, which is fine.
So did you try
Right?
to privacy strike?
I mean, isn't that interesting? I've said my email so many times. Why?
Okay, so what's interesting, I haven't watched this before, but my question, did you try to privacy strike him? And if you did, why did you do it?
The hell would I privacy strike you for something that I've put out all over the internet? Why would I do? It's attached to my page, for the love of God. All you have to do is click a little box saying you're not a robot retard, and you'll get my email. Here's the funny thing. I don't know who put a privacy strike on that, but I'm happy you did. Make this mofo have to jump through hoops.
Because that's real,
Good.
that's real professional.
If you think that that's a privacy strike, worthy thing to do, anytime you see something like that, I will not resist it. And if he wants to blame me for it, I'm not doing it. I find it laughable.
But somebody did, huh?
All right, let's go into this. What's up, Bluto? Good to see you. Let's see.
But somebody did.
Somebody said something. Yes, GS. Yes, GS. You are a witness against Ray Whited, and JJ is trying to smooth you over so you don't testify to the truth. Anyone that watched the video is a witness.
Yeah.
How does that make me anything special? Well, seven skid,
See,
7 cities.
I had no problem giving credit where credit's due, and he's right there. And I've fucking said when you're right or when you're wrong, GS. But yet I'm the crazy person who looks at one headlight shit. I don't talk about one headlight shit. You say that because you're part of the fucking narrative, dude.
Skid, just make sure you clean up the skid marks. All right, buddy. Just keep your inside voice in there. No, it's funny. I just want you guys to see all the disloyal people
Disloyal people.
that once were in here licking my butthole.
They were
Licking
your
my butthole. Yeah, this.
I didn't know you rolled that way, bro. Woo!
I want to see them licking your butthole.
Excuse me, got a tickle in my throat.
Let's see them licking your butthole.
Oh, there's that Joey Simpson guy. Yeah, a small percentage of people in Meade County are likely to have seen these videos. What videos? What are you talking about? Have seen these videos? What am I missing? What am I missing? All right, so let's go back down here. Let's continue. So we're gonna go back. So it's funny, just to start off right here in the beginning. Wasn't Tyrants Beware? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said his name. He's gonna appear like Voldemort without his mask, and God forbid. Tuberculosis said he's gonna say his.
See, are you told not to mention his name? Is that part of your handler told you not to say their names?
What's up, Taz? Good to see you. He's gonna say his name and get it out of the way because he doesn't care. But he couldn't wait to say my name. Well, that tells you all you need to know. This guy's on my jock like fucking static cling.
Very professional.
All right, so we get some new faces in here. Help for public safety. Get into the dildo protection.
This is so professional.
Rabbit, can you read that guy's title for me?
Yeah, man. You don't want to mess with the DPP. I mean, I heard they got some pretty big backlogs, but I think they might make a special exemption for Chris.
This is what's up. Make sure you come help get Chrissy into the dildo protection. Let's see, Little Bully, aka Kentucky Shady Lady. Good to see you again. Spartan School of Wrestling. Does my name just roll off the fingers so easily? Back off. You don't know me or anything about me or what channels I watch or don't watch. Oh man. Sorry if I'm missing
I have
any
no
really-
idea what's going on, but this shit's funny as hell. Keep reading these comments, man.
Yeah,
They're great.
it's kind of interesting. I'm not really into the drama. I'd rather have interesting conversations, but just let people spurg out. They'll get it out of the system.
Right.
Eventually, they'll go to sleep. It'll be nap time.
You're not into the drama. Right. And why are you doing this entire video then?
And they'll just stop throwing punches in the air. Tack says, "Hey, keyboard warriors, shut up unless you have something useful." I agree, Tack. I like that. All right, so let's go back onto this. So he says some interesting things here, right? He's showing my address. He made some complaint, like he said, "Nice try, GS. You tried to get it privacy strike." I wouldn't be surprised if he sent in his own privacy strike. I never notice anyone that needs to wear a mask. All right, so I got to calm down. I'm being too angry. I've never noticed someone that wears a mask.
Did he ever show a receipt of the supposed privacy strike?
I don't know.
Because it gives the information of who submitted the strike in there.
Well, he probably thinks I've got a bunch of subversive accounts like they do.
Right.
Because subversive's going to subvert. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, though. I don't know
So do you have another account, GS?
who made it, but I think it's kind of fun. Maybe it automatically does it. I don't know. But so my name was definitely not attached to it. Let's see. Auditors are arrested this week. Several stories, not the GS, TV, FPS story. There are real problems out there to discuss and help. Yeah, but here's the thing,
Yeah,
EQI. It's also important to know who to support and who to tell to go be a big boy and go.
You mean it's also important to divide the community, right? And to try everything you can to just subvert and divide the community instead of talk about those important issues? Is that what you mean?
Take care of themselves like they claim they can do. Don't you dare. You lay down. I know it's pouring outside and it's storming, but I don't know, maybe my beloved will come let him out. He looks like he's getting ready to you're about to do some business on my carpet, weren't you, you little pooper? My little puppy. It's pouring. He's like soaking wet still.
Let the dog out.
Anyway, long story short. So I will say that I heard some very interesting things. And some of the things that he's pointing out, I had the same questions about. Now, here's the interesting thing about this paper, right? About this paper and about the paper that I had showing, I had the same questions. And first off, the stuff that was on my desk, I really didn't make a whole lot of statements, definitive
It's weird because I didn't hear you ask those questions.
one way or another. They did. Yeah, I see, you see that, Vegas Vips? Trolls are my best. They're my best fans. Tuberculosis. He's not. We don't use that name in here. It's tuberculosis. You mean? Oh yes, that name. Yes, Benjamin. Is it Benjamin Moore? I think it is. Yes. Didn't. I bet he likes to say my name. By the way, my name is Todd Bryant. Nice to meet you. I'm a superhero war veteran, decorated. You're welcome for my service. Suck my dick.
That sounds
These
very.
people are insane. It's hilarious. That motherfucker talked about how I mentioned my service expecting a pat on the back at least 15 times in a video. And he literally played where I said, I know who I served. Will forever be grateful for the tax dollars that put a roof over my family's head, clothes on my family's back, and food in my family's belly. Yeah, that sounds like I'm demanding that you thank me for my service. It sounds like the debt of gratitude was very audibly said in the opposite direction. But again, it
But again, you have to mention it all the fucking time.
doesn't matter how many times you clearly state what they want for their narrative will be their narrative. Narrative, narrative, narrative. It's like Marsha, Marsha, Marsha.
It's like mirror, mirror, mirror. This is a tactic that is used in psychological operations.
Now, at the top of the picture, you will see a black.
Now at the top of the picture, you will see what almost cost me my
Again, this is so professional. This is just like the most professional that you could ask for on YouTube, right?
virginity. Yeah, I know. I know it's a weird voice. My German Shepherd puppy is going nut. I know. I'm telling you, tuberculosis, don't ever come to my house. You don't like the way your voice sounds, son. You LARPing stamp collector. Oh, never mind. She's going to let him out. Nice. Thought it was my voice that freaked him out. Help, help. All right, yeah. Little bully. All I wanted to was to ask at for public safety questions, and this guy starts his BS as always. Oh, what guy? What guy? What happened? What happened? What was the question? Ask me, and I'll say it again, and I'll try to bring it up there, and we can throw it out there. He won't answer it though. My dog hates the rain. I have to hold. He actually wasn't too bad in the rain the last couple of times, but it's coming down in buckets right now. The paper he is convinced was taken from a pickup truck because it was lit from behind. So targeted patent, dude, from a pickup truck. Sorry, dude. I just can't. You're gonna get banned from my studio. You're absolutely, absolutely 100%. You're the bestest, and I have no love for you, dude.
See,
I wish you happy trails.
He will not let me up on his panel. See, and that's funny. I tried.
Now go be scared. She said she's going. By the way, for the
Can
record,
I answer Dove's question to me really quick?
I didn't see it. Can you ask? Can you tell me what it was?
Yeah, Dove asked me how my tables are coming. I started cutting up some wood today for some tables, and I moved 2 of the cookies, and one of them split into pieces when I
Right there. Okay. Now you see this, right? It says
moved in. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So one of them's still good, so I'm gonna be working on that tomorrow. Fucking kidding me?
you see this, right? Only questions are in caps, formed as thus. Question: how old are you? Question mark. That's exactly how I formed it. That's exactly what got me this. You have been placed in timeout by the owner. This video is a moderator. Or a moderator. That's exactly what I put. Exactly. That's exactly how I formed it. But I was put in timeout and I was silenced. My tongue was cut out. He cut my tongue out for asking a question. All that I asked him was if he was ever trained in psychological operations. That's a simple question.
So one of them's still good, so I'm gonna be working on that tomorrow. Thanks for asking, Dove.
Nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. Anyway.
Yeah, well, fuck you. I had a question. It was to me. All right. So, yeah.
Rich and compelling story. So Bulldog Detective says, at generally specific. So tuberculosis is pissed because your initials are the real TB. Exactly. Just like Tom Brady. Tom Terrific. Tommy Terrific. Look. Oh, here we go. Amethyst is back. Help. Help. That was kind of funny though. But see, that's what cry bullies do. They lock themselves in an elevator, can't figure out how to push a button, and then cry out in pain that you imprison them. That's interesting, right? So look, I'm just gonna say there's some decent people in the 1A community. I think there's some decent people for sure in the other community, which I don't even know what it's called. They're not anti 1A per se. They're anti people that are grifting and frauding.
You cut out my tongue.
I'm in the middle. You want the truth? You want to have a dialogue? You want to have a debate? You want to have a moderator that's willing to try to get to the bottom of something? And I don't really want to have a bias one way or another. I do have a very interesting experience. And a man with an argument has nothing on a man with an experience. I have an experience with Chris Ryder. My experience is that I bent over backwards, tried to help that man and his family, as he calls it. And the thanks that I got, well, you're seeing it. And guess what? I'm not worried.
Well, I ask a question.
I find it absolutely fascinating. I am not worried. I'm not.
You seem to be very worried about my question.
Not even remotely worried at all. I've never been. Let me get that. I've never been more at peace in my life.
They seem to be more worried about you. They keep fucking every time I get on YouTube, I'm seeing something of them running their fucking mouths about you. I'm like, for one, get the fuck off my feed, and two, it's like, aren't you a grown ass adult?
You'd think, Rabbit. They seem plenty concerned with me, and like I keep saying, like J.R.R. Martin said,
maybe it's because you seem like a paid federal perp trying to everything you can to cause dissent in the 1A community. Maybe that's why they seem concerned with you.
You don't tear the tongue out of a man to prove he's a liar. You do it because you're afraid of what he might say.
Exactly.
Or the questions he might ask. Rats, Amethyst, they are legal. They are
the questions he might ask. That's all I did. I asked a simple question. GS, have you ever been trained in psychological operations? Because the military loves to use psychological operations more than any other weapon nowadays. That's all I asked. And I was banned for it. Banned for it.
A legal document, but not enforceable unless a judge said so. I did my own divorce. I wrote a lot of legal documents. Right. So these things, from my understanding, and it's limited. So, give me some grace. Here, let me see. From my understanding, this is basically just a courtesy. Hey, you've been given notice. We don't like what you're doing. You got X amount of days to kind of rectify the situation. Otherwise, we're going to go to the next step. Now, it's not necessarily a legal document, but it is considered a paper trail of courtesy, right? Of stop. Like, for instance, the text messages between myself and Tiffany. I said to her, basically, you've made your decision. Let's not continue down this road. Go in peace. She kind of had a couple more things that she wanted to say, and so I finally said, any relationship that we once had has been meaningfully terminated. Basically, I can bring up the text and read it word for word. I think.
But yet you keep talking about it, right? Isn't that funny?
I was very respectful and polite to her, and I basically said that consider this a cease and desist, that I no longer wish to have any more communication with you. And to her credit, she respected it. To Chris's credit, I don't know if he's going to go back on it, but I asked him to rescind his statement that he claims that I told him that I had PTSD. I've never claimed that. My wife can acknowledge that. I've never been rated for it. It's not something I'm interested in being rated for.
I think Chris just meant that it really seems like you have PTSD, because it really fucking seems like you have some kind of mental disorder.
And he finally did, after 3 or 4 times where I basically said, look, man, you really need to take it back, dude, because I had no problem owning what I do say.
Like like you said how you don't lie. You do not lie. You are not a liar, right? Yet you admitted to seeing the letter, then turned around and tried to claim that you never opened the attachment, right? You never opened the attachment on the email, correct? Now, wouldn't that make you a fucking liar?
Line. Do you know what that black
Oh.
line means?
And by the way, yes, it means it's a copy, dude. What do you mean it's not the original? Are you trying to tell me that that couldn't have been a copy of an original? Are you trying to tell me that didn't they also say tuberculosis? Didn't they also say that don't worry about it because we sent what? We sent him a copy certified mail. I believe that's what they said. So how do you make a copy of an original, or are you sending two originals of the same document? I don't understand to square the circle. So yes, having one for your records with 3 L's for all. Buddy, I don't know. I don't know what to do for you, honey. What's the matter? You want to climb on my lap, don't you? You're just so wet. Is it cold in here because of the AC? So the funny thing is I had kind of the same question. I said, I was told that the paper that here, I'll show you guys 1 second. How
Believe
do I
everything
do
you're told.
this? Well, anyway, the thing that I showed before, which was the certified letter envelope, and then there was a copy like this that was not folded up at all. Okay, there was no creases in it, which didn't make any sense to me. And I saw the gray line, and I said, "Are these original?" And he said, "Yes." This was JJ, and I said, "Well, wait a minute. Why is there a gray line? It looks like this is a facsimile." And he said, "It is." So he determined, I guess, that it was a copy of somebody made a copy of the original,
Right.
but that's the original document received, is what he's saying, which kind of doesn't make sense to me because in order for it to fit in the envelope, it couldn't be unfolded, and I didn't see any folds in it. So if they have a way to remove wrinkles, I'm not aware
You didn't ask him
without tampering with the evidence. So I'm still a little confused about that situation. Like I said, there's a lot of things
It's funny because I didn't hear you ask him that when you had him on stream.
things that I asked or wanted to ask. There are things that I haven't asked yet.
But you allowed him to sit there and say, if you look at this paper, there are creases in the paper. You let him say that, and you never asked him.
I've got questions, and it seems to me like JJ is more than happy to answer these questions, and he's going to show up on a panel in the future to answer these questions. If you truly want answers, folks, you can't be shitting down people's throat and treating them like trash and expect them to want to be reasonable with you. You can't reason with unreasonable people, and if you can't act right, then you're not going to be in my chat to ask these questions or find out these answers. You're going to have to.
No, I didn't act wrong. I didn't say anything mean, but he still booted me from the chat, and he's about to boot me from the stream. Watch.
Find out it secondarily or tertiarily from some other source. If you can't act like a grown-ass adult, you're going to get a timeout. So let's see. Joey Simpson says, Amethyst, those cease and desists are common for defamation and slander and merely show the court you tried, without litigation to stop the action. However, it's almost always not the litigant servant. Yes, that's the odd part. Joey Simpson is correct. That to me is the odd part. Normally, you don't be the one directly serving it because that kind of goes against the fact that you feel like you're being harassed. I mean, I guess you could argue that you're standing up to what you perceive to be a bully, and I guess that would be courageous, and you deserve a pat on the back for that. But it's not the right protocol from what I understand, and I don't really understand.
Well, how about if you don't trust anybody to actually serve the document, so you serve it yourself to make sure it's done?
Understand a whole lot about it because I'm not a litigious person. But there are some people out there that really do like to sue people. Some say make a living off of doing it. Little Bully says, at Generally Specific, I asked the other night, where is the video of the Carlton group saying the N-word? I heard them say FBLM, the movement, but not that. Not even him bleeping it out. Help find it. Honestly, I don't have a big interest in it.
I don't have a big interest in that. Nope.
Kentucky Shady Lady.
Don't care about that.
I don't care. To me, it's protected free speech.
It doesn't fit my narrative. And it doesn't fit my
You know,
narrative.
we don't protect popular speech, folks, because if it's popular, there's no need to have an amendment to protect it. If everyone's saying what everyone already agrees with, then you don't need an amendment.
Narrative.
Have I said that word? Yeah, oh yeah, I've said that word quite a few times in my lifetime. Oh yeah. You know why? Because I'm a grown man, and I'll say whatever words I want to say with my mouth whole, and ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can and can't say.
You're a racist
Or
man?
they can try to shut me up.
Is it because you're a racist man?
That's fine. Do I say it in an inappropriate way or an inappropriate manner? No, I don't think it's inappropriate at all.
I think any way you say
Because I know a lot of white people that are fitting to that word. And if you look up the dictionary definition, it means a person of extreme ignorance.
Yes.
To the fact that you want to associate a color to it, it says.
But when you used it, GS, did you use it to describe a black person? I'm betting you did.
More about you than it says about me. Let's see. KY has a question. Do you agree with people such as Paul Moreau making fun of a car accident where someone lost their life, just asking some sick people? I'll pray for all of you who are making these claims. No, I don't really think that's cool. Matter of fact, I've said openly in my channel, I don't know if you were here or not, I have seen the video. And I have been given some particulars of the event, and I was asked by the person that sent it to me to not reveal these things, that they weren't ready, out of respect for the family, to go forward with it. I hope I'm not being manipulated. I hope I'm not being deceived and lied to, because I'm having a hard time trusting one side of the community. I'll be honest with you. I'm really having a hard time, because every time I try to take up for some of these people, I end up getting absolutely dicked down. I get roofied and dicked down.
Roofied
and
down.
I'm kind of getting sick of it. And I hope I'm not being played a fool.
Then why do you keep talking about
but
it?
what I saw, I would cease and desist, because what I saw was horrible. And let's just say the truck could not have been any further to the right of the road. It was heartbreaking. He was timed out. Okay. Yeah. So he got timed out. So Paul got timed out for KY Reacts. And so I've said it vocally on my channel. Not everyone has the information. I think the question, well, KY Reacts, if you want to come up on the panel, let me know. Actually, I'll put the StreamYards in here. If people act right, they can stay in here. If they don't want to act right, they can kindly go F off.
I tried.
But if you'd like, I've got a couple questions about that situation that people have, and I think I know the answer. And if that's something that you'd like to address, I'll give you the opportunity to address it. I don't think it'll be anything too prying or, overtly, and it certainly won't have anything to do with the deceased family or the decedent. GS, I agree. Let's see. Scott Furman says, GS, I agree. There are people. There are great people in the 1A community. It's the people that say they are and are only in it for the money. Yeah, I agree, Scott. And listen, we're all fighting. Targeted patent, dude. Sorry, dude. I just can't. You're gonna get banned from my studio. You're absolutely 100% a deviant, and you have I have no love for you, dude. I wish you had.
I'm a deviant. I am a deviant. Wow. All I do is show the truth. I show the truth and allow other people to make their own discernment out of it, right? And I'm a deviant.
Happy trails.
Happy trails.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Go look for cars with one headlight, buddy.
There you go. And there it is, right? So this is who GS is. This is what GS is all about, right? Narrative, narrative, narrative. Be good or be good at it.